Okay, questions, Councillor Mammoliti?
Mr. Mayor, you have upset a lot of people in the city of Toronto. Many of them I think I'm very clearly representing. In 2003, you called the then Mayor Miller a highway robber after he suggested tolls come into the city. 2014, in the race, last race, you indicated and made it very clear that tolls were not going to be a part of your mandate, and now they are. And I'm suggesting to you this: either you delay it for the 2 years and bring it forward as a mandated item in the next election, or why is it that you just don't step down and go forward with another election that deals with this as a mandate, as opposed to upsetting all of the thousands of people that do not like this strategy?
Well, Madam Speaker, first of all, the notion that I would step down is preposterous. I did receive a mandate from the people to fix traffic and to build transit. I indicated in this last election that tolls were not my preferred option. That's the exact language I used, if you want to pick up a quote. And so I've said here today that I had a choice in front of me when I studied all the options available, and I made that choice, and I'm prepared to stand by that choice, and I will submit myself to the people let me finish.
Sure.
Let me finish. I'll submit myself to the people at the appropriate time in 2018. But I think there's a far bigger issue that you should be focused on here, which may make all of the discussion of fake news in the United States look like a picnic. There's a quotation in the Toronto Star from June 8th, 2010, attributable to you that I think you'll want to correct. You'll probably want to sue them, so incredible is this misquotation. We've got to stop asking people to cover the woes and the costs of Toronto with property taxes, said Mammoliti. And he talked about how he could build out some of the things he wanted to build out by using road tolls. And he says, and I quote, none of them would mind, wait, please. None of them would mind paying $2 if it is going to something meaningful. That's what you said, or this has been the grossest misquotation in the history of Toronto politics, and I'm prepared to join you in going up there right now and saying, I never said that. I'm going to sue you. Because it's time for some honesty here. We're doing something meaningful, building transit and fixing traffic, and you want to stand in the way of it. I don't.
I'm very happy that you've made yourself feel better with respect to an attack on myself. I'm not the mayor of the city of Toronto. I didn't run in a mayoral race on tolls, and in fact, I didn't say the quote that you had mentioned. So I feel good. I feel good about myself. At the end of the day, Mr. Mayor, people are upset at you because you are raising taxes, you're cash grabbing, you're doing the things that you said you would not do in this particular city.
There's a question.
And I would say to you this, Mr. Mayor, I'd say to you this: what are you going to say to the families that can't afford those $4 a day, or maybe more? What are you going to say to those single mothers that just can't get into their car and do what you're suggesting? Or those seniors that you came up and visited in my particular ward and said that you wouldn't do this? What are you going to say to those seniors who can't afford the taxes and the property taxes and all those fees that you are suggesting in Tory taxes in the city? What do you say to that group of people instead of attacking another councillor on site?
Councillor Mammoliti,
calling you out on your responsibility.
Councillor Mammoliti, allow the mayor to finish, but just to let members of council know that you have 5 minutes when you ask questions to the mayor. It's 5 minutes.
And take up 3 minutes and answer the question as well.
Yelling at your seatmate.
Madam Speaker, first of all, I came up to your ward at your invitation, and we didn't address the issue of tolls at that time. But I came up there. Actually, why I came up there was because you were asking the city government. Now, Madam Speaker.
Okay, Councillor Mammoliti, please allow the mayor, rather than scream, why don't you listen and have the mayor respond?
The reason I came to his ward was it came at his request to support the millions of dollars in expenditure he was asking that be made in order to make the transit line we are trying to build there a more habitable and acceptable.
I asked for the transit line.
Millions of dollars.
I voted against the transit line.
Speaker,
I didn't ask for the transit
here's what
line.
I will say. Here's what I will say to those people, all the people of Toronto, Madam Speaker, through you, which is that if we want to maintain employment, if we want to maintain the ability of people to connect to employment, including the people in your ward, if we want seniors to be able to get around this city and not be confined to their own area, then
Charge
we
them.
must fix traffic by building
Charge
transit.
them.
And if we want to be honest with people about how we're going to build that transit, we must spell out for them some means of paying for it, and I have
Their
picked
pensions.
one means that I've put forward here. You have this mythical notion we can go to Queen's Park and say, here, take the TTC back until the day they alter the Finch bus route when they're running it, and you're suddenly on a 4-alarm fire saying, how can they do that to us?
Thank
I'm
you.
not doing that. I want to fix our
No, charge
transit
people.
in our city
No,
and
make
say to
them broke.
people, it's not free.
Here.
Thank
take
you.
this.
Your
Here.
time's up.
Here, take that. Take that. Here. That's what you're doing to the city of Toronto.
Very theatrical.
That's what you're doing to the city of Toronto.
Councillor
as the mayor.
Mammoliti, Councillor Mammoliti, you're really into theatrics. You know, like, you're embarrassing members of council.
Speaker, cool it. Just cool it.
Councillor Mammoliti, I suggest you cool it, and if you can't handle it, then just leave the council chambers, because I'm fed up with your behavior. You're disgusting.
Is that a warning, Speaker?
Yeah. Councillor Holliday.
Speaker, excuse me. Is that a warning? Is that a warning?
Yes, it is a warning. Yes, it was, yeah. It's about time.